Welcome to this broadcast. I'm Faith. The journalist and activist Maverick Aoko have exposed the cabinet secretary of Ministry of Labor, that is Alfred Mutua, after announcing a variety of jobs in his ministry, and that these job markets Kenyans will be working abroad, and of which Kenyans have been flown, abroad for these jobs, but it has been exposed by Maverick Aoko what actually these jobs are that Alfred Mutua, is taking Kenyans to work abroad. Are saying this is coming after there is high rate of unemployment in Kenya. There isn't, factories, companies to employ young graduates. That's why so many, young youths they opt for this, of labor. This is what Maverick Aoko wrote on her, Twitter handle. Wait. Kenyan girls through the office of Alfred Mutua are being lured for hospitality jobs and scholarship in Russia. Kumbe they are slaves making drones for the Ukraine-Russia war. My lord, is this the labor migration job creation that they talked about? You can see this is a magazine which have been published. Trafficked Kenyan girls are working in Russia drones factory amid hellfire. How Kenyan girls are lured into Russia war. And I remember, this is not a Kenyan magazine. It is not an East African magazine. It is an international magazine whereby actually, it has exposed, how Kenyan girls are lured into Russia, war. And so many activists, they have reposted or retweeted, them on their various X handle, including what you've seen in Maverick Aoko. And actually, Alfred Mutua right and now is being demanded by so many Kenyans on various social media platforms to answer these questions. Why is it that the Ministry of Labor is taking young Kenyans, young girls, young youths to these countries to be lured into doing illegal jobs? Others who had gone there, they talked about that actually they were lured into doing, online trafficking, and of which they didn't like it, and why is it that the government is allowing, its people, young Kenyans, young youths, young girls, to be lured into these jobs due to, now desperate for jobs. But you can just be dropping your thoughts, opinions, or feedbacks down below on the comment section after Maverick Aoko have exposed Alfred Mutua, the cabinet secretary, in the Ministry of Labor, how actually the ministry in general is taking young Kenyans, young girls, into these countries, like Russia and Ukraine, just, to make firearms that they are being used in the war, and of which so many Kenyans have not liked it. Let's take a look at some of the netizens' reactions on how they have reacted. Like this one have said, the job Maju was a scam, it was a slavery scheme, or people are being scammed. This one have said, when kwanza hii maneno ya Alfred Mutua imezidi, he should immediately resign. This one have said, Alfred Mutua always flaunts about this nonsense. This one have said, yeah, our government full of incompetent fellas selling their own. You can see others, they are reacting like, that Alfred Mutua should resign with immediate effect because he is not knowing what, he is supposed to do as a CS. This one I've said, the propaganda that is being done about the Russia drone factory is the same level at the one for China factories. This is the second article. The first one was simply saying Kenyans are being paid less. Now this is about girls. Feel free to share your thoughts, opinions, feedbacks down below in the comment section, and let's have a beautiful conversation.